Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Y'all, now I promised coming into this year that I was going to cover more hot topics, cover more viral stories, cover more pop, hip hop culture, and I am going to keep my promise. Today we are going in with some viral stories and hot topics, all circling around Funky Dineva, Tasha K, Claudia Jordan, Flame Monroe. Baby, when I tell you they got the streets hot, they got the streets hot. And we're going to take it from the beginning. We're going to go all the way down to what just happened just now to Claudia's live on Instagram. Okay, but before I get into it, not too much on my Christmas decorations. Not too much. I am going to cross them over to Valentine's this weekend. Yes, I'm keeping my tree. I'm just going to make it a love tree, okay? And y'all know my anniversary, my wedding anniversary is on Valentine's Day, so I'm definitely going to keep my tree up and make it a love tree, okay? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the things. But if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video on through, and if you like what you see and like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If y'all one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Let's get into it. So, January 1st, Funky Dineva went onto his YouTube page to announce that he was leaving Fox Soul, okay? He said that he said that his contract, he had signed a 6-month contract, and his contract was up, and they wanted to pay him less for more work. And he wasn't down for that. He felt as though, like, I can go ahead on my channel and build my channel and be able to keep all my revenue and things like that and build my channel to this level. There's no reason for me to stay here and be on this channel every night, 5 nights a week at 8 o'clock when I could be doing that for myself and building my own channel and bet on myself, right? So we are like, good luck, Funky. We wish you the best. And he starts throwing out content. Now, y'all, when I watched this video, something in my spirit was like, I feel like it's a lot of mess going on, and I feel like, you know, Claudia probably has something to do with it. That's just what I was thinking. Tonight, when Funky Dineva said that his problem was her, oh baby, my assumptions was confirmed at that time. But I'm going to get into why I thought it was Claudia, but not right now. Not right now, okay? So let's keep going in chronological order. So I told y'all that Funky was throwing out videos, okay? So he was posting so many videos, and I mean, everybody watched Funky Dineva, right? So we was watching it, we was enjoying it, we was eating it all up. And so he goes on his Instagram, he posts the numbers, and he's like, oh, look at these views. Now does this make sense? Like, I could bring this in myself. I don't need to be over there with y'all getting paid this amount of money when I know my worth and better myself. Right? So then he made these posts that started to look really, really shady, okay? Now, the first Instagram post he had wrote, he's going live at 8 o'clock. He said, folks want to talk peace and love to your face, but behind your back, they talking mad-ish, throwing unnecessary shade, scheming, and conniving, all because they are mad. Folks have chosen to make something personal that was never personal. And then when you call them out on it, they want to pretend like they didn't know it wasn't intentional, and a bunch of other lies. Listen here. Everyone sees this ish for what it is, but no two can play that game. So everybody was like, oh my God, who he talking about now? Y'all know I was sitting there like, I think he's talking about Claudia. Okay, I honestly in my mind was saying I think he's talking about Claudia. So he went live that night, and he went live at 8 o'clock, the same time that Fox Soul go live. Okay, so he wanted to prove a point, and when I tell you the chat was lit, the chat was lit. Okay, it was over 14,000 people in the chat, and I was one of them. I was watching it. I was like, Funky, let me tell you, your live not gonna get monetized, okay? When I say he was up there acting up, he was cutting up, baby, okay? But in that live, he said that he just wanted to get ahead of some things, okay? He said he got a call from Tasha K, and Tasha K had asked him to have a conversation with Flame Monroe. Apparently, Tasha K was doing an interview with Flame, and, you know, Flame got beef with Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva said, I don't really have no beef with him. I don't really have no beef with her. We don't run in the same circle. It's no need for us to have no conversation. Plus, he already knows that having a conversation with Tasha K somehow, some way will always lead to mess, okay? Everybody knows that anything dealing with Tasha K is going to lead to some mess, and that's coming from me, half white now, okay? Said that he doesn't really F with Flame Monroe because he pandered to the straight community and he's dangerous to the LGBTQ plus community, okay? So he really feel like, you know, there's no need for him to really associate himself with him because once he saw how Flame Monroe handled himself in that interview on the Breakfast Club, he no longer wanted to be associated with it. So right after he did that live, just, you know, saying that Tasha called him, saying that they had that conversation, he didn't want to be a part of it because Tasha wanted to record it. He's like, I absolutely don't want to be recorded, so that you could go ahead and post this on Tasha K live. Absolutely not. Okay, so he decided he didn't want no parts. He was going to be out of it, and that was just it. He came on live to just put it out there because he knows Tasha was going to put it out there. He came up there to put it out there because he knew Tasha was going to go ahead and put it out there. He wanted to get ahead of it. Everyone who works YouTube knows that when it comes to certain stuff like this, especially with people who make everything content, you have to stay on top of your game. Tasha went on live on Instagram, and you know she's being Tasha. I seen what was said and this, that, and the other, and I just want to say that I was trying to fix it, okay? I did call Funky Dineva because him and Flame obviously have some beef, and I just wanted to fix it. I respect both of them, and I really was just trying to, you know, trying to make peace. She's like, I need to learn to mind my business. Yes, Tasha, you need to learn to mind your business, but Tasha's not going to learn to mind her business because as long as she keeps minding other people's business, that's how she's going to be able to pay Cardi back. So while she's talking about the interview that she's having with Flame Monroe, it was discussing the beef with Funky Dineva. Now, Flame Monroe is in the back of Tasha's live talking hella-ish, okay? I mean, she was really egging it on, and she was just like, you know, I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm better. Basically, that's what she was getting at when it comes to Funky Dineva. Now, Tasha said she knows that this was going to leave a bad taste in somebody's mouth. Tasha, you know whose mouth it is. It's Funky's mouth. It's going to leave a bad taste in Funky's mouth, okay? She says it's going to leave a bad taste in somebody's mouth, but she got to do what she got to do because this is her job. And we know Tasha needs to do her job to get her money so she could pay Cardi back, okay? So after Funky saw that, he went on live yesterday night, okay? He went on live yesterday night to publicly denounce his friendship with Tasha K, okay? He said that he wanted to set the record straight because he doesn't want to be in the YouTube drama. He knew that just having that little bit of conversation with Tasha K was going to cause a bunch of drama. It was going to be messy and it was going to be bigger than what it is. He said he sent her a text saying that he did not like how she inserted herself and made this thing with Flame Monroe a bigger than what it was. He also said that he didn't like how he didn't like what she did with Michelle. I'm assuming that was Michelle ATLian because I think them two made up one night. They was on live on Instagram talking, and y'all know that Tasha and Michelle ATLian been going back and forth for a long time, even to the point where Funky Dineva went on Tasha K's platform a couple of years back and literally was reading Michelle ATLian for filth on Tasha's platform. And then fast forward a couple of months ago, Tasha and Michelle online making up, which I'm all fine for making up. I didn't watch it, so I don't know if she shaded Funky or anything like that. But either way, he was not here for that. Okay? He said that Tasha K does this thing where she calls and she's like, off the record, blah, 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 blah. And then they have these conversations and then somehow it ends up on YouTube. For instance, one time, the whole situation that happened the whole situation when everybody was upset with Funky Dineva when he was dragging Chloe on the internet and everybody was like, you know, ready to cancel him and things of that nature. He spoke to Tasha and allegedly he alluded to the fact that he told her that they would force him to apologize, and she repeated it. And he didn't like that. He felt some type of way because we supposed to be friends. Because obviously Tasha doesn't have boundaries with her colleagues, okay? If you are a YouTuber and you are friends with Tasha K, you can become content. You are liable to become content, okay? That's just how Tasha roll. Everybody knows that, okay? So he said that he can't trust her. And he would appreciate if she stay in her corner and he stay in his corner because he don't want to be part of her circus. She does YouTube a different way than he does and he don't want nothing to do with it. He don't want to be part of the mess, part of the drama and all that stuff. And somehow, some way, she ringed him into it. We see it happening, okay? So then earlier today, Tasha dropped the preview for the interview. In the clip, she was talking about how Funky Dineva was leaving Fox Soul and Flame being on the show. Flame said that the show must go on. He doesn't feel like Funky Dineva is so much mad that it's going on. He feels like he's mad because it's him, okay? That they chose her to be on the show. Now, Funky did say that he said as long as he's up there, Flame Monroe will not be on the show. And that has not happened because once Funky left, then Flame Monroe got on the show. So Flame Monroe was like, he's just mad that it's me. That's what the issue is. And so Tasha was like, so where did this all stem from? According to Flame Monroe, she said that Funky Funky made a video about one of her stand-ups or something like that, and she didn't think that she was funny, and she was only on TV because of T.S. Madison and RuPaul and things of that nature. At the end of this preview for Tasha K's interview with Flame Monroe says that she's just happy that Fox Soul didn't let no Funky, no Monkey, or no Junkie ruin the show. The show must go on. Now, y'all, I was like, whew. Okay, so this is a lot to unpack, okay? It seems as if Flame Monroe and Tasha K was really getting into some things about Funky Dineva, and I really hope that the whole daggone interview is about Funky Dineva. After Funky saw that preview of Tasha K's interview with Flame Monroe, Funky decided, like, you know what? I am sick of this. I'm gonna put an ad on it, okay? I'm gonna go live tonight. I'm gonna put an ad on it so that we could clear this up because I don't want to be part of the mess. So he went live tonight. The first thing he said was that he was wondering what would Tasha use if Flame Monroe was never on Fox Soul. If Flame Monroe wasn't on Fox Soul, quote unquote, replacing him or filling in his seat or whatever case may be, what would Tasha use to promote her video, to promote this interview? Because at this point, she really stretching it. She's really, like, you know, doing a lot for some clicks and views and really dragging Funky for no reason, okay? He said he don't have no problem with daggone Flame Monroe that's big enough for it to be this big. Now, I'm going to say this. You may not have a problem with Flame, but Flame definitely have a problem with you because she was talking big-ish about you. Okay, Funky? She was talking big-ish. So she definitely does have a problem with you. And I know you may feel like maybe Tasha blew it out of proportion, but I feel like both of them was in there kikiing it up, okay? They was definitely in there kikiing up, saying the things about you. So when that interview come out, I'm sure that is more to it that will be revealed during the interview. Funky said, let me make this clear. He said he actually used to like Flame, okay? He thought that Flame was funny. He watched Flame while he was in school. When he was in high school. So he remembers watching him and thinking that he was funny. Had nothing to do with T.S. Madison, had nothing to do with RuPaul, none of that, okay? So with that story that she's making up, that's not the story. Funky says that Flame knows that when Funky made that video about her interview on The Breakfast Club and how she's dangerous to the LGBTQ community and how she panders to straight people. After he said all of that, because he wanted to address that he did like Flame, he got turned off from Flame through that interview on The Breakfast Club, okay? And he made a video about it like most content creators do. It wasn't nothing personal. It was just like, you know, I can't F with your stance on this. And that just is what it is. Now, he then goes to say, don't flatter yourself, Flame. Okay, my issue's not with you. I don't care about you being over there on the Fox Soul, okay? My issue's with Claudia Jordan. He put an ad on it, okay? But I knew that the issue was with Claudia all this time, okay? Now, he said that he's not going to say what the issue was because he's going to keep it loaded in a back pocket so that if he needs to bring it out and spray, boom, 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 everything exploding. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, really? So what's tea? Now, listen. Let me just go ahead and say this. I don't have a problem with none of these people. I enjoy everybody. I watch everything, okay? I consume YouTube and YouTube content all the time. Remember when Funky Dineva made those comments about Chloe Bailey and Holly Bailey and, you know, all the things that I did a video on that. I was very upset with Funky because I felt like, you know, they was really overstepping their boundaries when it came to Holly's uterus and womb and all the things, right? So I made a video of it just expressing how I felt about it. I was upset with Funky as a content creator. Not like I don't like him, but I was just upset with him because I held him to a higher standard, and when he did that, I was really disappointed, okay? But I never stopped watching his content. I was just feeling the type of way, right? So I made my video. I talked about the whole situation. If y'all saw it, then y'all know how I felt about it. Now, during that time, there were a lot of different other channels. There were The Plain is Jane, Tasha TKO, because like I told y'all, I watch a lot of YouTube, okay? During this time, these YouTubers were were out rioting basically to get him canceled, okay? They were signing petitions to get him off of Fox Soul. It was a lot of things going on at this time on the YouTube surrounding Funky Dineva. While I was listening to other people's content, how they felt about the situation, Claudia Jordan will come into those chats, okay? She will come into those chats and, you know, express to us as women how she understands how we feel. She gets it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, I don't know if this is what the turning point was, but y'all remember when Funky Dineva went on his platform and he read the text messages about how Claudia was saying that, you know, she didn't want to talk about it. She felt defeated. You know, it's always something. I think that having Funky there was too much for Claudia to handle, because he's always going to stand 10 toes down for his community, which he should. But I felt like Claudia felt like she wasn't being heard. I don't know how involved she was behind the scenes. I don't even know if she signed the petition to get him off the show. But it's something about how she was in those chats to let everyone know. Now, I understand that she probably was doing that so that they won't lose the viewerships of the women. Like, you know, telling us, like, I understand, da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's why it's 3 of us, so everyone's perspective could be heard. I don't know what the whole situation was, but I do know that I think that she took that personal. Now, I don't watch TGIF, okay? So I can't tell you what the whole thing, I can't tell you what's going on over there, what the chemistry is like, but something's telling me that Claudia was moving behind the scenes because she was tired of having Funky there and tired of fighting with him, okay? Which is why when he said that people was taking it personal, he felt some type of way. So that leads me to believe that, like, you know, she probably was just getting overwhelmed. She probably was getting overwhelmed and she wanted new energy. So now it seems like Funky's finding out there's a lot of shady stuff going on behind the scenes, and it has something to do with Claudia. I wonder what part she played in this, because according to Funky, he quit. So if he quit, what part could she have played in it for him to actually have the problem with her? You know what I mean? But I will say that I feel like she's been moving a little shady. I have seen her on, well, I think it was CTV's channel, Conscious TV. Now, I haven't watched the video, but from the titles and the thumbnails, I don't think that Conscious is on Funky's side. So for her to be up there with him, it kind of is a little bit shady. Now, I don't know. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just assuming off of what I saw. Let's go back. Funky said when he left Fox Soul, he turned down $250,000, and he told us that you hoes could never. That's what he said. You hoes could never. It's like that. Okay. And he's absolutely right, because $250,000 is a lot. And he did that, and he bet it on himself because he knew that he was worth more. He knew that if he put the work in on his channel, that he would be able to go ahead and bring in not if not that much, but much, much more. Which is why when he posted the numbers of having 15,000 in the chat, over 100,000 views, he's showing like, I can do this by myself. I'm not losing out on anything. The point of him saying that was to let Flame, let Claudia, let Al, let all of them know over there at Fox Soul, I know my worth. And I'm not hurting. If I wanted to be there, I would be there. That's what it's giving. It's giving that he's saying, if I really wanted to be there, I would still be there, but I don't want to be there. And I don't blame him. Always bet on yourself, always bet on yourself, always bet on yourself. Right. So, just like an hour ago, okay, right before I started recording this video, Claudia Jordan went live. Now, Claudia went live, and the chat was asking her why she unfollowed Funky, and she said that she wanted to protect her peace, okay? She said she's taking the high road, and she doesn't want to do the back and forth, so she's not going to say anything about it. Now, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. But something's telling me that this is not over. Something is telling me that this is not over. And it's unfortunate that Funky has to return to YouTube in this way, where now he got to start all his videos with drama. But I think personally, as a content creator, especially one like Funky Dineva, who's very established and can hold his own, a little bit of drama is going to be really good for him for now, okay? So that, you know, everybody come running to his channel, everybody get familiar with him being on YouTube more, going live more, you know, all the good stuff. So may not have wanted to be part of the circus, but I think it kind of worked out a little bit in his favor, just a little bit, because he's established enough. This won't hurt him. This won't hurt him at all. And I honestly think he may have just a little bit of fun with it, because he gets to, you know, come up there and be dramatic and read the girls down, okay? I do think that if he ever has to say what his problem is with Claudia, then that's the beef that he really don't want nothing to do with. I think that's the part that he probably really don't want to have to put out there. I think he's fine with the little back and forth with the Flame Monroe and the Tasha K's of it all. But I think because the relationship that him and Claudia had was more personal, that anything between them two at this point will be personal. Because it's already personal. And for that to spill over into the YouTube streets will be a mess, okay? But I will keep my ears to the streets. If I see anything, if I hear anything, I'll be back to let y'all know. I hope I covered everything. I don't know what I missed. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm talking about. If you did not like the video, go ahead and like the video. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.